how important is it to stretch your muscles before you ski?
I mean, for me, stretching is it's super important. It's non-preventative. Sorry, I'm just gonna start over. For me, stretching is super important. It's mostly just preventative. I mean, if you haven't been stretching, you're so much more susceptible to injury. And I kind of feel like it's the same way with your jaw. I mean, your jaw is not used to doing certain motions and hasn't been stretched and trained, so it's just susceptible to pain and injury, which is where this thing comes in.
Right, exactly. Let me see. What's the worst pain you've ever had?
I mean, I've had a lot of injuries. I broke my sternum 2 years ago. That was probably the most painful thing that I've broken.
Okay, all right. I hear that the jaw muscles, the closing muscle, is stronger than the opening muscle, kind of like an alligator. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, I didn't know that. You just told me that a minute ago, but I could definitely see that. I feel like the jaw is meant to kind of latch down, chew food. It's not really meant to be held open, and I feel like that's why it kind of gets fatigued when you do have to hold it open.
Okay. Have you ever had anybody prop anything in your mouth? There's something called a bite block that they wedge in there. Have you ever had a cavity filled?
I've never had a cavity.
That's good. So you're a perfect patient. Um, okay, so no one's ever wedged anything in there.
Nope.
Wow. Okay, that's good. Very good. All right. Other questions? You guys can
I do
think
have a
of
question
before
for
we.
you, Heather. Can you look up, just look up right here like you were just looking at her?
Uh-huh.
Now, Heather, I want you to look over here. So maybe a little bit down, like here, okay? So that's kind of, look up a little bit more. A little bit down from there. Yeah, somewhere there. That's kind of weird. Here, just look at her again.
Okay.
And then stay there like you're talking to her. Now that's kind of how he was looking.
Okay.
Kind of looking up a little bit. You see that?
Uh-huh.
Do you want that, or do you want him looking more at the chair? Look down here, like at the chair, like if you're talking to someone here.
Yep.
What do you think? You see the difference?
Yeah, the chair's good, so we need to restate what we did.
Yeah, I mean, I would
Okay.
do that again. You know,
Okay.
and maybe sit down this time.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Patience
It's
is
a good warm up there.
Yeah, no worries.
Good job. You're very
All right.
natural.
Y'all remember what I asked? So tell me a little bit about your dental history. Have you been at the dentist much?
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I had braces up top, so constantly in the dentist office just with orthodontic care, getting my braces tightened, worked on, and then since then just kind of routine every 6 months cleaning type of thing.
And how long did you have braces?
I had braces on my top teeth for about a year and a half.
And how often again did you go to the dentist?
I think when I had braces, I was in the dentist office like every 2 months because things had to get tightened, and when I was younger, I was constantly like breaking my wires, ripping off brackets, doing stuff, so I was in there all the time.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Did you get tired of holding your mouth open? Did you have jaw fatigue?
Yeah, I mean, that was the one thing that kind of sucked about going to the dentist was that I would go in there and I'd kind of almost want to just fall asleep and let them do whatever they had to do. But you can't because they're constantly telling you to open your mouth or open it wider, and your mouth just naturally wants to close. So it kind of gets exhausting holding your mouth open for an hour and 15 minutes or whatever it takes for them to do everything they need to do.
Right. The jaw dropper is designed to stretch the muscles. How important is stretching muscles?
For me, stretching is super important. I mean, with sports, it's just kind of preventative from injury. If you're not stretching, you're so much more susceptible to pulling something, getting hurt. And I kind of feel like it's the same with your jaw. I mean, you don't stretch it, you don't really work it out, and so it can just be kind of painful when you're then forced to hold it open, but that's why you got this.
Exactly. Okay, let's try some of these.
Okay.
Oh, what? I asked you, what's the worst pain you've ever had?
2 years ago, I broke my sternum, and that was probably the most painful thing that I've ever experienced, but I've had lots of broken bones and stuff, just kind of comes with the nature of the sport.
Right, exactly. Have your teeth always been important to you?
My teeth have always been important to me. I was always that one kid at the sleepover that like has to get up and go brush his teeth even though everyone's going to bed. I can't go to bed without brushing my teeth, and I don't know, if they get stained or whatever, I'm always worried about them not looking white. I don't know, it's just like paranoia. I'm always scared I'm going to knock them out.
Well, someone's smile is magical, don't you think?
I think it's important.
Yeah. I hear you have no cavities. Is that true?
I've never had a cavity.
And how old are you?
I'm 23.
23 and no cavities. That's a model student for dentists.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to some of those.
You're doing great. It looks really good.
Yeah, you're very natural on camera.
Thanks.
A lot of this?
Yeah, I've done lots of interviews for sure.
All right, so any of those you want to, any way you want to.
In my sport, accidents are just kind of part of the sport. It's just something that you accept at an early age. You're going to get hurt. You're going to have to endure some pain. But one thing that you don't really expect to endure any pain is going to the dentist office. I got to say, hold my mouth open. All right, hang on a second.
We're good.
Are these questions?
No,
They're like taglines.
they're taglines.
Oh, okay.
I'm just letting him look through them and
Right,
say it his own way.
Okay, great.
Yeah, in our sport, injury is just kind of part of the game, and you have to sort of know that you're going to have some injuries and you're going to have to accept some pain. But one thing that I would never really expect to endure any pain is going to the dentist office, but holding your mouth open for a long procedure can be pretty exhausting and definitely be pretty painful. Sorry, they're long.
No worries. You're really good at it.
Now that my dentist uses the jaw dropper, it just really takes off a lot of the work for me. I'm in there, I don't have to worry about it. The jaw dropper does all the work. My dentist doesn't have to keep telling me to open my mouth. And just kind of makes you feel like you're in a bit more control and you can kind of just tune out.
Excellent. That's why I wanted his work. He's got the basic concept there,
Can
but
you do that one more time?
Yeah.
it needs to be his.
Now my dentist uses the jaw dropper and super easy to use. Hold my mouth. Sorry, I'll say it again. Now my dentist uses the jaw dropper and it's super easy to use. It holds my jaw open and basically just takes some of the annoying part of the procedure away from me. I don't have to hold my jaw open the entire time, and the dentist doesn't have to keep telling me to open my mouth. So it's kind of a win-win. Sorry. As a free skier and an Olympic silver medalist, my body and my muscles have been trained for performance, except my jaw muscle never really has. And so one thing that you can't really prepare for on the slopestyle course is the fatigue that you might endure at the dentist office.
Okay.
Should I do it again?
Sure.
Okay. As a free skier and an Olympic silver medalist, the muscles in my body have been trained for performance, but my jaw muscle never really has. And one thing that you can't really prepare for on a slopestyle course is how fatigued and how exhausted your jaw is going to get sitting in the dentist chair during a long procedure.
Okay. Can I add one thing onto the
Yeah.
end? I think it'd be really cool to punch on the end and say, so a day at the dentist can be more painful or something, I don't know what the right word is, than
Yeah.
a day on the slopes.
Okay. All right. As a free skier and an Olympic silver medalist, my body and my muscles have been trained for performance, but my jaw never really has. And so you don't really expect, or No, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry. As a free skier and an Olympic silver medalist, my body and my muscles have been trained for performance, but my jaw muscle hasn't really. And one thing you can't really prepare for on a slopestyle course is the fatigue and the exhaustion that you're going to face in the dentist chair during a long procedure. And I just forgot what you told me to add. Oh, no.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Oh, no, I remember now. Yeah.
Okay. We can do it separate, probably.
No, I've got it.
Okay.
Um,
He's determined.
As a free skier and an Olympic silver medalist, my body and my muscles have been trained for performance, but my jaw muscle never really has. And you don't really expect,
It's the worst when you're trying to memorize.
and you can't prepare. All right.
You're
Okay.
doing great.
I'm just frustrated. It's long, and I think of it, and then I say it, and I just mess up.
We got plenty of time.
As a free skier and an Olympic silver medalist, my body and my muscles have been trained for performance, but my jaw muscle never really has. And the slopestyle course can't really prepare you for the muscle fatigue that you're going to face sitting in the dentist chair. And it's kind of crazy that sometimes a dentist appointment can be more painful than a day skiing on the mountain.
That was great.
That was awesome.
Very natural.
Yay!
Cool.
Maybe
That was all of them.
natural.
Oh, no, there's one more.
Natural.
The jaw dropper offers wider patient opening, more efficiency, and better comfort.
When I tried to memorize a paragraph like this, it took me like 30
So,
days.
you could probably say, some line at the end of something like, this is kind of like yoga for the jaw, something like that, if you
Okay.
want to play with it.
Sure. The jaw dropper offers wider patient opening, more efficiency, and more comfort. So just a winning combination.
And just the tagline, the jaw dropper's kind of like yoga for the jaw.
I don't do yoga though.
Oh, you don't
I'm
do-
trying to
okay,
think of
never
something
mind,
else.
Never mind. That doesn't work. Is there anything that you do that you can relate to? I mean, you can definitely relate to the stretching. What do you think's cool about it? I mean, I've just told you a little bit about it.
It just
Would you
seems
use
like it makes
if
life
somebody
easier.
gave you that?
I mean, maybe not at home, but at the dentist office, yeah.
Right, at the dentist. But it gives you more control.
Yeah.
You would probably like the control.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a control freak, so I like to always kind of be on top of a situation, and I feel like this just really kind of gives me that control. It holds my jaw open. I don't have to do the work. It's nice to kind of have a break.
Great, perfect. Good.
Cool.
Perfect.
Great job,
Easy.
Gus.
Thanks.
It's a wrap.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, you're natural. You haven't done any reality shows yet, have you?
No.
Anything else you think I should ask?
No, but if I keep sitting here, can someone take a photo of the screen? I'm just going to post it like I am in front of the actual mountains.
With the grief.
Just on the screen with the...
All right.
Do you mind if I take a picture?
No.
I'll put it in my contacts.
Will you just have it kind of zoomed out? I can crop out the TV later, but just so you can see the mountains and the clock tower and stuff.
Yep. So do you want the courthouse too? I'll take a couple.
Okay.
I know, isn't it crazy? We just started filming the CNN.
This is background we use for CNN.
Oh, nice. Cool.
You can
I'm gonna get your wire off.
Say-
Oh, yeah, sorry.
say that for me. Hold on.
You guys both mind the blue one?
No,
That you're in? Okay. All right, give me whatever look you want. Yeah, so just keep in mind, we can put any picture ever if
I
you
know,
ever
it's
have
pretty
any
funny.
needs.
If you're ever in town and someone wants to interview you, like CNN or something like that, they're completely set up here to do that.
Oh, right, so, yeah, that's the other
Yeah,
thing.
we
So
can
we have
live
this thing
stream.
called it's this hardware that streams to major network channels. So if you ever have like a promotion to do on, I don't know if ESPN has a receiver, but stuff like that, like, just know you can just pop in here and then they on the other side have a receiving unit for us,
Yeah.
and so then it can go live. So we just
Within
started doing that.
milliseconds.
Yeah,
Like
it's
we
really
never
cool,
had
there's
to
like no
charge this.
delay and.
I'll keep it in mind, yeah, that the people at ESPN are coming down to
Yeah,
I'll let
maybe.
them know in case they
Yeah.
anything. Cool.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Awesome, well, thanks so
Yeah,
much for
thank
coming
you.
by.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. Thanks. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Take care of yourself.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Take care.
Thank you
Thanks.
very
Yeah,
much.
no worries.
Have
Happy
fun
to-
skiing.
I will. Thanks, guys.
Wait, you have your, here it is. This is yours.
Oh yeah, perfect. Thank you.
And we'll look forward to it.
Sounds great.
Good luck with the season.
Thanks very much. Have a good
Yeah,
one.
good luck. So what'd you think?
Good. Yeah, he's great. Very natural.
I didn't wanna try to make him say what our script person wrote,
Sure.
because she's kind of a old English lady.
Well, he's,
Like an old
Very
English teacher.
posh.
he's born in England, so there you go.
Okay, well, I saw the hat and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna ask him to take it off, I'm not gonna ask him to take it off. Yeah.
Well,
Great
it's-
if he take it off, but I'm not gonna ask him to take it off.
Nah, I'm sure it's an endorsement that he has to, product placement.
It looked better flipped for sure.
Yeah, well, the front, it's so big that you
Yeah.
see the mountains there.
We couldn't have picked better for him not to have a cavity.
I know.
Right?
His teeth are amazing. He was a perfect spokesperson for that, cause like his smile, even cause I was watching on here, and when he smiles, everything lights up,
Yeah.
he has great teeth, so. that's
Yeah,
really-
he's gonna work really well for the dental hygienist.
Yeah.
They're gonna like him.
Can you send me that picture of this?
Sure.
man?
Sure.
That's pretty cool.
So until I bring someone else famous,
I
stay
know,
tuned.
Thank you, Heather.
Yeah, really, thank you.
Gosh, what an exciting 2 weeks. We've got Bob Bear, we've got Greg Pack from the ski area.
Greg Pack's on my naughty list. He's
Why?
gonna have to, cause he won't respond to my email.
Oh, really?
I need him to speak. I would like Bob Bear to speak.
Okay, so we're done recording, so you can stop that recording.